Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Bug Warrior. In today's video I will show you how to farm the Purified Essences of Andariel, Duriel, Belial and Azmodan. You might think it's impossible to farm them and that getting the Purified Essences is pure RNG, but I am confident that my friends and I have found that by doing certain things you can massively increase your chances of getting them, since in less than 10 days I was able to collect all Purified Essences for the second time. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is never reach the Corrupted Essences cap. As you know, there is a cap of 20, sometimes a little bit more, of the number of corrupted essences that you can carry. Since you can't move them to the stash, nor sell them, nor destroy them, once you pick them up, the only way to get rid of them is to consume them. For Andariel, Belial and Duriel, it's really easy to get rid of them. Simply go to Azmodan at Hawazar and open the chest of each lesser evil after Azmodan has been slayed. Each time you open a chest, it will consume 5 corrupted essences of the lesser evil that it belongs to. The other option, of course, is to never pick up the corrupted essences, and that way you don't have to go to Azmodan. In theory, you can still get a Purified Essence even if you are at the cap, but we found that if you never reach the cap, you massively increase your chances. The second tip is to never carry Purified Essences with you. I know this sounds crazy, but trust us, it matters. If you don't know, there are 4 altars in the open world, each one of them belongs to a lesser evil. So once you have a Purified Essence, do not keep it with you. Instead, go to the altar and offer to it, so the altar becomes active. Do not be afraid to use them, as the order to open the secret portal doesn't matter. When you activate the last altar, a red portal will appear. I already made a video with the location of the 4 altars, which I will leave in the description if you need to know. The third tip is to enable cross-network play. A lot of players say to do the opposite, but it makes no sense, as you will need the help from other players when farming for the Purified Essences. I will explain this in a second. The fourth tip is not to farm at the lairs of the lesser evils. This means you won't get the Purified Essences by slaying Belial at its palace, or Duriel or Andariel at their lairs. The only way we found the Purified Essences has been at the Undercity, Hell Tides and the Pit, so don't waste time there. The fifth tip is to farm at Torment IV. This brings us to the last tip, which is to always farm a Purified Essence at the time. And each essence has a different farming method, so this is what you need to do for each essence. Let's start with the easiest one, which is probably Belial. The tip we can give you is to farm for it at the lower pit tiers, especially around the 70s level. We have no idea why, but all my friends and me, we got Belial's Purified Essence between pit 72 and pit 78. I know this sounds weird, but we can figure it out if it has to do with speed, or maybe it's just the level. The first time I got it at pit 78 solo, and the second time it was at pit 75 with a group. The good thing is that you can farm for it while leveling up glyphs with a group, so no time wasted. For Andariel, here you will need to do 2 things: either farm solo the tributes of Andariel, or you run Undercity tributes of any kind with a group. If you do decide to go solo, you will increase your chances, as it is guaranteed you will always find Andariel at the end. However, if you run with a group, depending on the tribute, you may or not find Andariel at the end of the run. But the good thing of running with a group is that it's less boring to farm, so it's up to you. The key is to never run it at the maximum cap of Corrupted Claws of Andariel, and that way you can get it. For Azmodan, this one is easy but boring, since all you want to do is go to Hawazar at Torment IV and let the other players continuously slay Azmodan and wait until it drops. What you want to do is open the shop so the game doesn't kick you out, and literally check every now and then until you see the Purified Tongue on the ground. Remember, and this is important, to never farm for it while being at the maximum cap of Corrupted Tongues. If you do, you will need to slay Azmodan as the world boss and open his chest to consume all tongues at once. For Duriel, this might be the hardest one, but we found something very interesting. First, you will need to summon Duriel yourself with at least 2 or 3 Baneful Hearts. As you know, the Paint Altar at Hell Tides requires 3 Baneful Hearts to summon Duriel. Well, we tested this many times and none of us got it by using 1 Baneful Heart or none. The other super weird thing is that my friends and I, most of us, we found our Purified Horns of Duriel at Skosglen. In fact, if it wasn't for the videos, it would be impossible to believe, but I got both of my Purified Horns of Duriel at the same location, which is the Dark Thicket. My friends also found theirs there, so maybe there is something special about Skosglen, so give it a try. So there you have it. Please let us know how it goes for you by using these tips. We are really interested to see if it works for you too. We reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.